Welcome one and all. Saturday morning, 9:26, and it's noisy outside. There's a bunch of stuff happening outside, so apologies if all you're hearing is banging and crashing and everything like that. Right, I just want to check. I tried something last night that sort of didn't work very well. Just want to make sure that everything is sort of back to normal, and it is. I don't need that on there. Not for the bosses. I don't need condemn. I have condemn on just for the unhindered. So the first things first. I've got a ton of boss mats, so we're going to be running quite a number of bosses. The junior boss mats will give me the senior boss mats. The only boss I'm not going to run is Belial, because Belial doesn't give you any XP, so there's no point to run Belial. And for us, I have another one of these purified essences. I have no idea whether I can run this again or not. I don't think so. So if that's true, I'm going to have maybe eventually 4 purified essences that I can't do anything about. Can't drop it. Can't get rid of it. Can't do anything with it. What I am going to do is get rid of this potion and this potion. Put them in there. Live thorns, crit, resource. Yeah, I don't need any of them. Not right now anyway. I have a Forgotten Wisdom, so the first thing that we're going to run is a Forgotten Wisdom. After I stock up with, let me just check and see what my attack speed is like right now. Is 78, 88, 93. I'm missing some attack speed. Damage when fortified. I took it out of here because I'm running a one-handed and shield. Chance to ignore damage means nothing to me, so I'll put it into here. Okay, so what we need is advantage, soothing spices, Song of the Mountain, and Ancient Times. I can do a lot more than that actually, but it's fine. Right, so take these. That's my medicine. Open the Forgotten Wisdom. And just sit back and watch the incredibly easy build that anybody can run. in action. Oh wow! Spot on. Right, so we got a world boss in 43 minutes, so let's set a timer for 40 minutes. Just give us enough to get across there and everything. So this is still not open. The only time that this is open is when it's a whisper, and I can click on that when it's a whisper. But every other boss, you can see I can do. Okay, well, Duriel's got a whisper, so let's just do the one of Duriel first. And down we go. Right, so we're going to try and reach 280 today. And to do that, we have to be a little bit of focus. Boss, boss, boss. That's what we just need to do, just bosses. Because that is by far the best XP per hour. And the best boss to run is actually Urivar, because he's the quickest to summon. And he has his breath, and let's come in, boom, boom, boom. And he's done. So that's the whisper done. Corrupted Horn of Duriel. Let's just open one more time, because we can open but not necessarily... We can summon but not necessarily need to open the box. And we're at 334, just a tad under. And he breathes, and we can go in and kill him. Bop, bop, bop. Simple. I'm running Griswolds at the minute. See, can't open. It's fine. Right, let's just go. We could do with another Griswolds actually. There's no GAs in there whatsoever. But he did drop this. Right, so let's start at the... Right, we've only got a little bit of Varshan, 4 runs. So let's just do Varshan before we start on anything else. And this is by, as I say, this is the easiest build to run. Because you can have a super duper fantastic build, but the reality is that's all you need to do to get the XP. Is just what I've done. And whether you do it in half a second or 1 second, the reality is, and it doesn't really matter too much. It's because you can lose time in so many other different ways. Whether you kill the boss in 0.1 of a second or 0.5 of a second or 1 second. Reality is you're gonna lose more time picking stuff up and stupid shit like that. Like me, I forgot to open the box again before I summon. mean, not exactly one-shotting, but damn close. And we open. He's done. Now, I don't think I can open the box this time. Yeah. Okay, so we can go back to town. And then see what kind Blizzard Gods dropped for us. So Varathiel, Pain Gorgers. Nothing here. All the rest are non-GAs. Okay, so let's on to the next boss. And we've got a lot of living steel here, so we can, there's 300 and something, 312. So where is Varsh Grigor? There we go. Halls of the Penitent. So yeah, this is going to be a wee bit of a grind today. I wonder if I could, maybe somebody wants to join me, I can look for a group. Because then at least I get maybe an extra 5%. Let's run these first. Sponge first. We just run around, make sure our wolves are summoned. And there, that's him done. Open the box. Summon. And this is it. This is how you run for XP this season. Next season it might be something different. Actually, maybe when the tower comes up, it could be different again. Maybe the tower's going to give us so much XP that that's the only thing that we want to run. Because nobody's really wanting to run the pits unless they're getting their glyph leveled. Which reminds me, I think I need to level the log glyph. Okay, we'll summon. And then we'll go back to town, then come back and open the box. So this is just easy. It's no muss, no fuss. I just wish we got better drops. I don't know if it's just me, but certainly I've noticed that the drops from the bosses don't seem to be giving you much in a way of GAs. I mean, say that's less than 1 per run. That's 4 GAs in 5 runs. And they don't drop 2 GAs, 3 GAs, 4 GAs at all, or very rarely. It's something that at the beginning of the season, it seemed, and again I'm saying seemed, maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong, but it seemed as though that you got more double GAs, triple GAs and so on. But right now, not so much. I haven't obviously done any stats on it or anything like this. It's just the you know, my feeling. Because I'm a little focused on grinding. Ah, it must be, yeah, Belial coming up. You can always tell when Belial comes up because the there we go. And there's the summoning altar. Light touched altar. Oh, forgot some boots and pants. Kaboom. And I've got another one. Yay. Summon. Run around. So I've only got 3 more levels to go to 280. See, we need 404. Let me just do a quick math. See, 404. We need at least 100 runs of Varshan. Sorry, of the minor bosses. The more senior bosses will probably need about 70 odd. Oh, back to town. Got 100 boss runs for the next level. Oh joy. But hopefully in these boss runs, 1, 2, 3. So in 5 runs plus 1 Belial, well, so there'd be 4 runs in a Belial. Only 3 GAs, 3 single GAs. All the rest of them are rubbish. Oh, we have a Paragon node put on. I put Law in here. So we'll be looking at strength, because this has got quite a lot of strength in this board. Then what we'll do, we'll overwrite, so we lock that in. This cold is just not quite going away. Right, the box is open, so we summon. Boom, boom, boom. So we'd be even quicker if the actual summoning was a little. So it looks like we've got Belial coming again. He pushes me away. Push me away, that's okay. My wolves just get you, because they jump. Corrupted Eye of Belial. Well, we've got a 2 GA sword. Okay. Summoning happened. Summon. Go pick him up. Run around like a headless chicken. Fall over and kill him. So in the greater scheme of things, that's all you need to do. You don't need the super duper fantastic build in which to do it. Well, I actually got another 2 GA sword. And as long as you can do this quickly, consistently, you'll get yourself to 300. Some people like just to stand there, and if you want to stand there, you could use a different rune. Oh, okay. Right, that's him done. Let's get back to town and see what delights dropped for us. Alright, so we had a red sermon, but the zeal deals 138%, is pretty low. Shard of Verathil, and it's a 120 instead of a 150. Mantle of the Grey, no. And Yen's Blessing, no. And that's it, nothing else really. None of the rest of them are GAs, so even there was a couple of GAs dropped there for the build, nothing of note. But I will pick these up. Open, and summoning is not happening, so which means that there's Belial coming. And my wolf's gone. Light touched altar. Open up. Now we could actually wait until he does his death dance, but the summoning takes quite some time. It's enough time to pick stuff up for the most part. So we'll open, summon, go pick these up, kill, and back to town. Now could I just sort of come across here and dump all the stuff? Yeah. But I'm okay going back to town. Does it save a little time? Yeah. Maybe a minute. Couple of minutes. Excuse me. So if you're not worried about Sunday night, 162, 135, no. If you're not worried about salvaging anything, then just feel free to dump and just carry on and getting the XP. The only thing you really want to pick up, I suppose, is any 2 GAs, 3 GAs, 4 GAs, and some runes. It's always a good idea to pick up the runes. And the boss mat. So the real Shard of Agony and a rune is all I really need from here. So what I could do is just control and drop. There is a way that you can set up your mouse scroll wheel to just drop them quickly. I just haven't figured out how to do it yet. This gives you slightly more XP per hour because excuse me, you're not going back to town and salvaging and stuff. Your kills are sort of exactly the same. The time taken is just to drop, and there is a methodology on how to just do your scroll wheel and it picks everything up, but as I say, I just haven't figured it yet. Maybe somebody could tell me. It's a setting that you use. Come here, control 1 GA. In that, these last 10 runs there's been 3 GAs, 4 GAs. So it's hardly a great drop rate. Okay, Belial must be coming. Done. Corrupted Eye of Belial. These sort of when I'm here, they're a little annoying. Well, Belial must be coming again. And he's done. 2 Belials. Okay, let's drop this punch. Supplication. Dawnfire, is that a better one? No. Mother's Embrace. Now if I found it better Dawnfire, that would be nice. 2 GA Dawnfire with a nice passive on here. If I get, right now mine is 767, if I get that 1100 that would be nice. Okay, so I'm all done up opening the boxes. See, there's nothing there. I'll just pick some up. Okay, back to town and get rid of this lot. Because there was nothing actually here that was of any value for me. Dawnfire, that Dawnfire is 767, the same as I need, and nothing else here matters. Right, so next on the list, I could put these away. Solve. Igni. Stand still. So if you didn't want to do the back, you could run the lathe. Stand still while fighting. But I use the back. And on the other one I use this Nagu. So you can use back or lathe to summon the wolves, then use the Nagu to actually keep then the other one I use is for the war cry. I'm not casting anything. You could do this, avoid damage, health damage while fighting for 2 seconds, 1 second, 2 seconds. You could use this. We don't use any of these. And that's what we use, the war cry. I did use this, but I think the war cry is actually just that little bit better for what we are needing. Right, so next up on the list, Zir. We've got more Zir than anything else. World boss in 16 minutes. Zir is still not a whisper. I have a little radiator in the balcony where I am. It gets just that little bit hot at times. And this is the easiest build to run. I just literally run through everything. No need to worry about pressing this button or pressing that button, or whether my arbiter has enough cooldown reduction or anything like this. Don't need to worry about it. So this is the ultimate lazy build. You're lazy, your Paladin is not, because he's running around all over the place. Oh, bother. It's the other way. That's the way. Let's go this way for a change. I usually go up. I usually go this way. Right, so let's have a look at Zir. So we see him arriving. but he doesn't actually arrive at the beginning. He takes a little bit of time to get out his pit. That's his pit in here. Summon. So we just wait down here for a little bit. Come up behind him and give him a pat on the back. And it's the same, rinse and repeat. I do this run around to make sure my, oh, I forgot. There he is. Hello. Oh, well, it must be open. And there we go. Three wolves, 4 wolves, 5 wolves. There he is. And there he goes. And really, it is as easy as that. And that gets me about 3 something. Oh? We have another... Oh, I'm full up. I need to go back to town. Or see if there's anything here worth keeping to begin with, and there isn't. So again, we can... Oops, control. Oops, wrong one. There is nothing here that I need to keep. So... we do this. A 2GA amulet, which might be interesting. Don't need a 2GA razor plate. Now some people can literally one-shot the boss. And maybe they're a fraction here or a fraction there quicker than this build here. But in the greater scheme of things, you'll lose more time doing other stuff than fractions of a second faster in a kill. Like getting rid of this stuff. Jens Blessing? No. 310? No. We could take another look at this. All stats? No. Now how you actually run this is completely up to you. This is just how I'm running it. But as much as you can, what you need to do is open, summon, oh, Belial's coming again. There's been 3 or 4 double GAs here. Which is more than we got on the last boss. So I can see no reason to change this build at the minute. Now come to look at things like running higher level pits, this is not the build. You know, I can do a 99, but it takes time. 89 takes me a couple of minutes. But this is not really a build for pit pushing. This is a build specifically for farming. Okay, I need to get rid of some stuff. I'll get rid after killing. Now if you wanted, you could obviously go back to town. Raise another 2GA razor plate. But the actual ones that I want is a sort of double GA and above. They're just not dropping. Griswold's Opus, if I could get a good Griswold's Opus, a one that I can remember to put a socket in. But Griswold's Opus doesn't drop here. Oh, you see, I forgot to summon again. Another chest armor, but I don't need. Maybe if we're running a Thorns build, that would be a razor plate would be a half decent idea. Okay, so go chuck this stuff away again. Red Sermon, 144, no need. 370, no. Yen's Blessing. It is a 60, but it's a 1 GA. I think 2 GAs are what I'm after. But the drop rate even, it seems to be a little better, but it's still reasonably, yeah, it's quite poor. Simple. So the focus on these runs is pure and simple XP. If a better drop happens for my gear, good. Okay, that's the world boss. Gives a couple of minutes to get across to the world boss. Okay, perfect time, so I'm finished here. So let's just pick up a couple of these. Until I'm all full up. Yep. Head back. Then get across to the world boss. Razor plate, right sermon, and no. There's just nothing there. Right, world boss in 2 minutes. Where are you? There you are. So we'll head across there, and then while I wait for the world boss, take a toilet break. And down we go. Right, back in a minute. Okay, so back again. I got myself some honey water in the meantime, and I missed the fight. Well, that's okay. There's lots of Nightmare Dungeons dropped this time. Good. Right, let's see what delights came here. I have some honey water, so it maybe can help my throat a little bit to recover. Oh, that was a whisper as well. Grab the whisper, amulets. Right, what was there? Varathil, Ranakath, shield, life on kill, pants, max life, fire resist, nothing else. All items. You never know, I might actually be lucky. Strength. No such luck. While we're here, might as well see if we can get some decent amulets. Healing, movement speed, resource cost, movement speed, dizzying blow. Might be okay. I've got a few to look at here. Put these away. I am getting overwhelmed by runes. Alright, so let's have a look at this. Nope. Nope. Wisdom. So let's just all junk keys. Put these other keys away. And then I sell the other keys, because I don't want to junk them. You can't salvage. You can just throw them on the ground or put them in your inventory. One of the two. Oh, there's a whisper at the pit. Now, it's because there's a whisper at the pit, you don't need to run the highest level you can. Run the one that you can finish quickly. So the tower beta is available 10 days time? Yeah, for me 10 days time. Let me just, do I need law? Level 100, 96. Well, I could run a 99 just to show you it can't run a 99. What I'm going to do is put on... Oh, condemnation's already on. Because I might want to just press the condemnation to... This will just take a little bit of time, that's all. I just have to be a little careful, that's all. If I ran this with Doombringer, I would just ignore all the damage. Doombringer is pretty strong in survivability. Head up the other way. Oh, there's nothing here. Yeah. Relatively easy, just walking through. All the damage is really coming from my wolves. I will heal myself a little bit. So the wolves are the damage dealers, and everything else is coming from the Paragon tree and the passives from my auras. And that's that done. I don't need to run that eye. Do I have enough already? And they're done. See, all I'm needing is a bit of time. So I'll just run around the outside until he actually appears, and there he is. Belial, Lord of Lies. Out of here, just didn't want to chance having a whiff of poison, and voila, there we go. Not too shabby. Pit 99 cleared. Yep. 7 brigade fail. 98, 99, 100. Right, okay, so let's... And that's the... And that's how we run a pit with no buttons. Well, I guess I was running unhindered. No GAs. I thought I got rid of these, all items. Why are they not disappearing? Oh. Right, so next up on the list will be Urivar. Urivar is by far the best in XP per hour. And here we are. Now you don't have to have boss mats to summon the boss. You only need the boss mats to open the box. Okay, so here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Come on. Oh. Okay. Corrupted Eye of Belial. That's good. So the summoning of Urivar is the fastest, which means that you can run him more often. And he gives 2009, so at 9.7, 14.9, so just a little over 5k, 5 mil, sorry. And because of the speed that he arrives, it means that XP per hour is by far the biggest. Okay, I need to dump some stuff. Let's dump over here. Look at all that non-GA. Frostburn, Mantle of the Grey. See, he arrives very quickly. So obviously summoning and opening the box is the quickest way. But if you don't have any boss mats, then you can still summon. And it's still a viable method of XP per hour above anything else. But having the boss mats is definitely Pink Gorgers, no. Light Rebuke, no. I've got a better. Helm? Oh, open. Oh, I need to pay more attention. I let my XP well run out. It's another 15% XP per hour. Good. Perfect. So I was missing on these last few runs 15% XP. There's a whisper. Chaos. I don't need any gem fragments. Anything here? Nope. Gift of the tree. We always can be lucky. But no. So we can go back into Orivar. That little sidestep into the nightmare dungeon, and then making sure we've taken our medicine means that we can gain that extra 15% from the XP well, and because I'd forgot to take my incense, I was losing 20%. Silly. But only for a few, that's okay. But you could put on a timer if you so desired, to make sure that you didn't do as I did, which was forget. Pardon me. Come on. I worked it out the other day. Right, so now I don't have any Urivar boss mats. E, leave dungeon. This takes about a minute. Tab, reset, back in again. And then you have to run to the boss again. Summon and kill. And rinse and repeat. So you can do this ad infinitum, infinitely. And you still get that XP. Now you can't open. E, leave dungeon. Open up the screen, back in again. So once you get into the routine of doing this, it becomes quite quick, but it's still about a minute, a little less than a minute altogether. It is the whole rotation. So if you figure on like a minute, you're still getting 5.9, I think it is, XP per hour, XP per kill. Leave dungeon. And Urivar is the best one to do this with. Get a little XP from killing all the trash mobs. So here we're at 304. It goes up to 310. Now it's obviously much quicker if you've got the boss mats, but this is a perfectly viable way of getting the XP if you really want. I'll do just this one more time just to give you the sort of sense of how quickly it can be done. So I'm at 310. I need about another 90, which is maybe about 15 runs. And you get the gold, which is, you know, a little bit of a bonus. And this is what you do. As easy as this. On you go. Boom, boom, boom. 16, that should give us about 22, yep. And you do this with Urivar, because all the rest of them, the turnaround speed is a lot slower. But Urivar, because of where he's positioned in the map, once you reach his lair, it's much quicker, and Urivar, that is a boss himself, gets summoned much quicker. So this is really quite a good way. You get about 400 per hour, 400 mil. by doing it just this way. Then we go again. Run around a wee bit. He's inside the orders. Boom, boom, boom. Make sure you get the XP. I don't know what would happen if you actually... I don't think you can teleport outside until the treasure box opens. No, I know you can't. You can't, until that treasure box opens, you can't go outside. So you're actually a little limited. You can't just do it any quicker than I'm probably doing it right now. Maybe because my movement speed is at 200%. See, have you tried T? It doesn't work. But now it does because the box is there. T, reset, accept. In we go. Not that one, this one. And there we go. Wonderful. Yeah, ready for the box to appear. E, leave dungeon. Bard, how are you? Good morning. Reset, accept. Or good evening to you. Run, run, run. Open. Run around like a headless chicken. Boom, boom, boom. Urivar is dead. Wait till the box opens. Wait till the box appears. E, leave dungeon. Reset, accept, and in we go again. And in this way, you get about 400 mil per hour. Just by this method. So you don't need the boss mats. Now obviously the boss mats it'll give you a lot more XP per hour. But as the way it is right now, without the boss mats, this is still a way in which to do. If you try and kill any of the other bosses, you do the minor ladder bosses, they only give you about 3.5-ish. If you run Duriel, Harbinger and Dariel, they all actually take longer in which to summon, by a good 20-30 seconds this way, depending on the boss. But Urivar gives you an average of similar values in XP per hour. So you can't go out yet. You have to wait until the box appears. It gives you similar XP per per kill as the other bosses, the other major bosses, but he appears a lot quicker. So we're just rinsing and repeating. And we come down. We can't go any faster because we got 200% movement speed. We're coming out. He comes down. And you see, he can't leave the dungeon. You can't leave until it appears. Then you can leave. Reset, accept, and in. And if you're quick enough, this whole cycle takes you about 50 seconds. So far, Bard, yes. So far, it's sunny outside, which is nice. Little chill wind. But here on my balcony, it's nice. What level did you reach last night, Bard? Are you over 280 now? My goal is to try and reach 280 today. I will reach 278 in about, oh, I don't know, another 4 runs, maybe? .76, it'll be 82, so maybe 5 runs. Cool. I can't remember what halfway is actually. Is it 284 or something like this? 283 I think is about halfway, about in the amount of XP that you need from 1 to 300. I think it's about 283, maybe 284 or something like this. But 280 I think is still a good milestone. Reset. So I'm going to do this until I get to the next level, then I'll run some of the other bosses. But this is as much to sort of showcase what's possible if you don't have any boss mats. You can still get your XP per hour. You're just a lot quicker if you actually have the boss mats. And obviously you get whatever the boss drops. 88, 94. This might get me to the next level, or it's going to be the run after that. So I've went up something like, what? One of these boxes in 10 minutes. Let's see if we can get there. This kill. 94.7. Okay, I've got one more to go. Almost there. Tab, reset, accept, and we go. Now obviously if your latency sucks and it's something like 1,000, this is going to be a lot slower. But if you got some reasonable latencies, mine is hovering about just a little tad under 150. Right, so just run around, get a couple more wolves, stand here, boom, 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 and that should get us to the next level. Yes. And that's how you can do it. Right, so we'll get rid of this little lot. Was there anything worth keeping? No. I did have some... We're getting there. Look at that, 11 back. Right, so I am running law in my first board. Pardon me, so I need a lot of... Every strength I take, we got judgment damage. Because I'm thinking in the future I'm going to be running, when the tower comes available, maybe I'll be running a judgment build. So I wanted to get this law and get the board up and running. Second board I've got Challenger, which is increased damage to elites and 100% bonus to all normal. And in here there's a lot of strength nodes, so it gives you a good bunch of strength. And the castle node at the moment is 1500%. I think everybody runs the castle node. I have Relentless on my third board, and again these three boards I've had since the very beginning. I changed the last two boards across, but these three boards I've had since the beginning, and in the layout that they're in right now. I've just changed the glyphs around a tad. In here I've got Spirit, because in this board the amount of willpower is, I think it's the biggest in the whole of the boards. So Relentless while moving and increased damage and cooldown reduction. So the last two boards I changed a few weeks ago. On here I'm running Beacon. While at least one ally or mercenary is within your auras, you get 90%. And in here I'm running Exploit to give the vulnerable. And again, this is thinking about the future. When I'm running higher level towers, this should be a good one to have. And intelligence, there's as much intelligence as you can on this board. It's one of the bigger boards of intelligence, but none of them have got massive amounts anyway. And we take our attack speeds and resistances. You got your block chances, your total armor, and inside you've got strength. So you've got your max faith and damage. This one isn't too important, but you do need to get up to here some way, and I just went this way. You don't really have to take that too much, but it's a nice one to have anyway. And on the last board I'm running Preacher. Your zealot skills gain increased attack speed. Now this is important. Macro Boy has a good explanation on this. If you want to go across to his website, maybe I'll try and find it and link it in here so you can go take a look. But this is actually really important. To get 100% of you, there's 2 buckets of attack speed, your gear and the boards and everything. And if you can get 100% in both, then this is absolutely massive. But at least 100% on your gear and stuff, and it's pretty damn hot. So damage when fortified, total resistant attack speed, I'll got all the attack speeds. Fortify, you get damage when fortified, so that's hot. I haven't taken this max life down here, but that's a possibility. So your attack speeds and max life. And I took all the nodes that gives me the intelligence. So damage to crowd controlled. And the damage to crowd control is actually quite good. But so the next I'll be sort of backfilling is the strength nodes in the law board. Then I'll once that's finished, come down and get the maybe get the max life. Either that or just start filling in all the strength nodes. But I might actually come down into this damage to crowd control, because there's a few strength nodes here as well. So maybe that's better than coming down for the additional life, because I don't need the life right now. So come down into this damage control. Hey Oreo, pretty good so far, so good. Just got myself another point, which means I have to remember to lock it in. So just showed a methodology in how to get about 400 XP per hour by not having any boss mats. Right, so what are we going to do next? There's no point to run Belial because you don't get any XP. If you want just some stuff, some gear, okay, run. But for XP, Belial is not worth it. So I've got some pincushion dolls and shards of agony and some abhorrent hearts, so I'll do these next. Where am I? Some Duriel. But yeah, the grind to 300 is really all about bosses this season. So far, we still don't know how the tower will give boss mats. So here I'm running just a simple build, no buttons, literally. I have my left hand finger down and that's it. So you come down to the bottom, run around a wee bit, which gains me the 90%. So you get the boulders coming down first, and then the breath, and then you can go and kill them. It's as simple as that. Open the box because I've got some mats. Summon. Come down to the bottom. Run around to get the bonuses and my summoning. Oh, well, it kind of helps if I summon. Okay, so that's enough. So you get the boulders coming down, and then you get the breath, but he doesn't appear until there, and you can't kill him until then. Corrupted Horn of Duriel. Okay. Right, wait until the breath comes, because you can't kill him until he appears. Until his health bar appears, you can't do a damn thing. So you might as well run around. Open. summon. And we can come down here, just yeah, I've just been playing around. There's the boulders and his breath, and then he appears and you can kill him. See, this whole summoning thing actually takes a lot longer than Urivar. Boulders, breath, his life bar appears, then you can kill him. Okay, let's just dump this stuff across here. C control to dump. And then I will have to learn how to do the wheel. Nothing worthwhile keeping. Come down this side. Run around, get the bonus. It's a breath. He appears the health bar. And boom. You don't know what level you are. Come on in. Grab some levels. But you've seen the difference between Urivar summoning and Duriel summoning, and they give a similar amount of XP per kill. But Urivar is way faster. Now again, you can use the same sort of technique. You can go E, leave dungeon, reset, but this is a lot slower by 10, 20 seconds, if not more. I think it's more like 30 seconds overall, because that in Urivar it takes about 50 seconds. Okay, so that means that Belial is arriving. Just let my wolves deal with Belial and drop. But look at this, hardly any GAs, and when it is, it's a bloody Azarat. I'd like a nicer Griswolds, please. I know you can run your wheel. Good night, Bard. You have a great night. Sleep well. Okay, so I've got no boss mats left. So I'll just pick up a couple of these, get back to town. Was there anything? Nope. So next boss we have Andariel. I don't have too many Andariels. Okay, world boss in 52 52 minutes. Timer goes at 50. Ondariel. Ondariel herself, if it wasn't for her death dance, she'd be pretty good, quite quick. When you summon her, her summoning is reasonably quick. But her death dance, heavens almighty. She goes boom, and then she comes at you. She'll run to wherever you are. But the death dance and the opening of the box takes forever. If it wasn't for the death dance, she'd be pretty quick. So I just wander around for a wee bit till she goes boom, and then she comes and is be able to kill. Run around. I'll pick this stuff up once she does her death dance. So she goes boom, she comes available. And at the moment she becomes available. Come on, you see, that's forever. Oh, I didn't summon properly. Boom, available. Boom, boom, boom. Down she goes. I mean, all you need is a build that can do what I've just did. You don't need triple GA this, quadruple GA that, this sanctification and that sanctification. All you need is something that can do this. Boom. In you go. Down she goes. Okay, so I need to, I'll put them across here. Was there anything worth keeping? Soul brand as it? No. In other words, no. So that was 5 runs and 4 GAs. It's a poor return, actually. Because I do remember at the beginning of the season, boom, she comes available, then all you need to do is kill her. There was, I'm sure there was more GAs dropping. So this is a pure Aura build, what I'm running right now. And the damage is coming from the wolves, skill tree and paragon board. But as you see, I'm running, I don't press any buttons. Boom. Oh, she threw me away. Need to wait till okay, so I can't open anymore. and this won't appear until you open. And if you can't open, what you have to do, E, leave dungeon, reset the dungeon, and you can go back in again. Now, was there anything? Soul Brand, Judgment. It's a 2GA, but it, you know, it's a 3.7, not a 4% on the Arbiter of Justice. I'll keep a hold and see if the one I've got is any better. Pain Gorgers, no. Even though it's got a 5 to heavyweight, I don't use Rally. And even if I did use Rally, I probably wouldn't use these anyway. So nothing here. Right, so that's 3.9, that's 3.7. I don't want to keep multiples if I can help it. That's Sanctified, so I can give that to somebody. Supplication. Basic attack. Strength and 300, that's 195. If push comes to shove, yes, that's gone. Right, put these away. And I am going to take a quick toilet break. I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, back again. Right, so we have the Harbinger up next. And he is there. Don't have too many mats to run with him. 8. But it's the same again, relatively easy. Do a little killing on the way. It's a little bigger arena than most. So you turn into this little tiny dot. But he goes down PDQ. We do the same. We can actually pick up here because it takes quite a long time to actually appear. And you can take out all these portals, all the wolves still arrive anyway, so it doesn't matter. So this build does me perfectly for now. I'll probably look at changing the build coming into the tower. Hopefully the tower gives us some decent XP per hour to get me away from killing bosses all the time. Because right now the big meta for XP per hour is doing exactly what I'm doing. You can kill the boss in 0.5 of a second quicker. Scooby-Doo. Good for you. But it's really not that necessary. The amount of XP per hour that you'll actually gain in running this for an hour is not that much. Because you'll probably do some other silly things like forgetting to summon like I do frequently. Okay, Belial's coming. Okay, I need to go in and get him. And I'll put these down here, way out the way. A few more GAs dropped in these runs. Lockrins 19%, 25%, BLT 56, Tybalt's 13, Tybalt's 16, Bastion 3.6. Summon. Pick up. It would be nice if your best friend in this wide world, your pet, could pick these up for you. There is supposed to be a loot filter. Oh, there must be Belial coming again. It's supposed to be a loot filter coming next season, or with the expansion, one of the two. I can't remember what. Okay, that took a while to arrive. Because my latency is getting a little high. Coming up for lunchtime, I've found that my latency always gets up a wee bit. Let's go and drop these. Tybalt's attack speed at 20. Maybe I'll just keep a hold of that and see if they've got better or not. Okay, so I have all the bats. Watch this animation. Condemn. Yay! I was having a blast yesterday. It just made me giggle. Now we just pick up whatever. Right, so there's dawn fires dropping and everything, but nothing's dropped for a long time. Coffee time? I haven't, it's one thing I haven't really done much of this season. At the beginning of the season I sold one item and bought some back. Didn't use the bag. Well, no, actually I used the bag to do a Shroud of False Death, but really it was unnecessary because they've been dropping fairly frequently. And I haven't really sold anything else. I haven't been on the trade sites. Okay, well that's only a 1.5, not a 2. Really need a Griswold's. It's the one I've got is good, except for I forgot to do a damn socket. That's 16. So nothing here really stands out. All stats. It would have been much better if it had been crit. Put Tybalt's in here. So that's me pretty much all done with it, but I could do one here, one there. Yeah, I actually haven't even been on the trade site for such a long time. Right, let's go do Forgotten Wisdom. Okay, that's Yeah. Oh, I agree. Last season broke the trading. There was, because he couldn't trade essentially. Alright, so we just need to find the XP well, but we do need to kill everything, just in case the XP well is in the second floor, right next to the boss, which it has been a few times. Oh, I missed one there, look. There we go. Oh, there was a wee bit up here. I need to go back and just check and make sure that the XP well isn't up here. I don't think it is, because I think it's, yeah, no, but you never know. It could have been. And I didn't want to take the chance of running all the way through, then having to come all the way back again. Right, so release the prisoners. Do a bit of lethal. Okay. There's two more right here. Still haven't found the XP well. Be at the boss soon. Not that way either. Two more prisoners. There's one of them. One more to go. I think this down here is a dead end, and it is. Where they axe the XP well? And that's an event. We don't need to bother with that. There it is. The XP well right next to the last. And the boss is, it's just there. It's done. So the XP well was right at the very end. Wunderbar. Yeah, the gold really is relatively easy this season. I've got 9 bill, and as I say, done the one little bit of trading, and that was only for like a 1.5 bill or something like this. Right, so how many of these boss mats have I got? 4, 6. Okay, we got a fair number of the Asmodan boss summoning. And here we can get more boss mats. So it's a little bit of a circle. What's in the box? What did I forget to pick up? Oh, you know what I haven't done for quite a long time? Mercenaries. Ooh! That's a lot. Well. Okay, well eventually I'll have to go and turn these in. You never know what might arrive. I don't want to do it yet though. Let's take my medicine. I have so many of these heavenly sigils now, and you can't salvage them. I've got literally hundreds. About 700 or 800 now, I think. I don't know if I can do anything with them. Which reminds me, I haven't really looked at the Divine Favour anytime. Right, so we can just wander around here for a wee bit. Now if I really wanted, I could, at the moment I've got Griswold's Opus on, but if I just want to do an AFK, a real AFK, I could put Doombringer on here and literally could just stand in anything and it just doesn't do a damn thing. Here occasionally it actually does enough damage to make my fortification go away. But if I put Doombringer on here, or I just pay a bit of attention, then there's no problems. Now I have Exalted Layer Keys, more Layer Key drops, and is the rewards. So I've got about 10 opens of Azmodan, and Azmodan gives about this, a little bit more I think than the layer bosses, but he obviously takes a hell of a lot longer to put down. So the XP per hour, this is not great, but he does give other opportunities like the Mythic Treasure Breach. If you open up and manage to get a decent Nightmare Dungeon. There wasn't a lot dropped in that one. So I have no idea whether summoning and then opening gives you more or less. I have no idea if it makes a difference when you actually, somebody is summoned and you open the same box. Maybe somebody can tell me. Yeah, I think I might be doing the same thing. It's taken up space that I don't really need it to take up space with. What's up? Oh. I take that. $245. Yeah, you can get there. I'm hoping to reach 280 today, but I'll need to run a lot more bosses. What I might do, maybe this afternoon, is just to run Urivar over and over and over again. Azmodan does take a long time to kill. Not many people actually die when they're fighting the boss though. He's very tanky, but not very powerful. At the beginning, before you're sort of powered up, yeah. You won't get to 300. I don't think you did last season either, did you? But that's not your goal. Right, let's see if we can open. Where's the boxes? Okay, there seems to be a few more Nightmare Dungeons dropping this time. Quite a lot of Judicator's masks, 43 of them. I think I'm gonna need to dump some of these. Alright, so let's get back to town. Oh, Whisper. Right, so anything worthwhile? Doesn't look like it. Max life. Yeah. Right, so let's have a look at the keys, see if there was anything. Hidden armory. I've got enough hidden armories and I've never run them yet. Oh, there's a treasure breach. Okay, all junk. Keep the treasure breach. Where was it? I am running out. I need to run some of these. Keep them, and then the rest of these I sell because I don't want to drop them on the ground. Yeah, some people just play it because they want to play it. Ooh. But I enjoy doing this. Streaming, chatting, playing. And my goal is still to reach 300 this season. There are some players reach 300 already. I'm kind of happy I'm not at that sort of stage because I've got still something to sort of play for. I found last season once I'd reached 300, it sort of got a little stale. Even though I sort of got another character and tried a hardcore was way too annoying for me. Didn't enjoy that much at all. But some people really hardcore is their thing. Wujido. It's his thing. My latency is just getting higher and higher. I'm a little concerned that my feed is going to get negatively impacted. Yeah, with this latency, it's you can tell. I can tell. It just gets more and more annoying. I think ovals, I probably excuse me, need to spend my ovals. Let's go back and spend my ovals. Yeah, it feels as though it needs a T5 and maybe even a T6. One-handed weapons? Well, there might be something decent. Let's get my amulets done. Harold, 28, no. Lockrans, 26, no. Oh, that's not too shabby. It would have been better if that cold resist had been attack speed though. I'll keep a hold of them. And the gift. I'm guessing these gift things should be running out soon. Right, was there anything worthwhile? BLT? No. That's an upgrade. I'm not getting upgrades very frequently. Fortify gen. Nothing here. Resource cost. Put these two away. These tributes. That can go. I got lots of these tributes of ascendance. Running these doesn't give you as many. Yesterday I ran 10 and got 1. So the drop rate is not, you know, fantastic. March of Governments, okay. Thank you. Yeah, they did mention in the developer livestream about Torment Tiers, and it might come with the expansion. There's the tower's coming, then there's something else coming. Then there's the new season coming. And then there's the expansion, if I remember right. And the 6th, that means there's 3 days left. World boss in 12 minutes. Maybe 3 Hasmodans. Yeah, because really as you look at this build, I'm running with no skills whatsoever, and I cruise through all content except for higher level pits, and this build is not designed for higher level pits. It's designed for farming, and it's good at its job. But to be able to run higher level pits, I do need to do something different. But if there was different torment tiers, then I'd probably be running something different to get these torment tiers. Getting, oops, we're 159. How many have I got to Belial? So Duriel next. And Dariel's gone. For openings of Duriel. See what I'm running right now, I've got the Air of Perdition. It's a 3GA and one of the GAs with the Sanctification. I got the Shroud of False Death, where the Sanctification was 17 item quality, 2GA, resource gen and damage. I got the Dawnfire. The GA was to holy, the Sanctification was holy damage. It's only a 1GA with a chance to deal Holy Light, and the Holy Light's passive now deals 767, so it's sort of mid-range. Disobedience, I put on the pants to gain armor, which is the castle node, and the GA here is Sanctification was all stats, which was not bad. GA on strength. Northern Guard, to blocks have a 45% chance to freeze, which is really only good for when I run open world content or the pit, but that's what it's designed for. Holy Light Aura was the GA and maximum, and the Sanctification was the all stats. Griswold's Opus, I forgot to put a socket in here, otherwise this is quite a good sword. The only thing it's missing is the socket, and the Sanctification was GA. Then I put on Indomitable. Imprinted gives you armor, and so the current bonus is 273%, which is really for the castle. And it's got the GA on Conviction, and it's got another, and Righteousness, and I done the attack speed. It would have been better if I had done the attack speed to be a GA. Here the attack speed, and again down here is attack speed. So I'm trying to get 100% of the attack speed. Lucky hit for vulnerable, and again I got 2 lucky hit vulnerable. Unnecessary, one would have been enough. Holy Punishment to give us more fire damage to lead to do with the Dawnfire. Ascension, casting of Justice. I don't cast any skills, so this is a bit of a waste on the build itself, but it's fine. And then Herald of Zakarum, I got very early on, and I haven't changed this one. A lot of people are running with a regular shield, but I'm fine with the way it is. Okay, so I need no, Belial, Duriel. I think I need to go back and yeah, pretty full. Don't think there was anything that dropped in particular that I'm interested in. A nicer Dawnfire would be good. Gates of Gaul, X-Fall. A life on kill. Yeah, nothing. And there wasn't that many here dropping either, so I'll just go back in again. There's Malignant Heart there. We'll grab that. Oh, just arrived in time just to open the box. A bit lucky there. Some Corrupted Broad, some Living Steel. So I've got it so it actually does boss maths. Two back. I suppose I could sell the back. Boss mods are coming up, which will allow me to run some better things. So one more kill here, then probably the world boss. So the skill tree looks like this. I got 1 point in it to advance, nothing into skills. These are all from the gear. On guard, riposte, an extra rank into here that I don't really need, but I couldn't figure out where else to put it. Maxed out on the auras, the fanaticism up into Rite of Vengeance, Defiance into Rite of Prayer, Holy Light into Holy Light Judges, Conviction, attack speed for each stack of Resolve, which gives you up to 15%. Best Defense and Fortitude maxed out, nothing into these, into the Valor skills. Then I changed across from Consecration into Condemn because I wanted the Unhindered. Only reason. Condemns build up all marks, drags them to me. Then Cracking the Armor. Then Iron Sharpens Iron, Break the Line and Heavyweights. Maxed out Mastercraft. I took it out, I had in here because I had two-handed to give the crit strike damage, but I'm only running a one-hander now, so put it into Master Craftwork, and still running the Coat of Arms, which right now is 115%. Okay, done. Let's go open Duriel. And let's get up to the world boss. And where is the world boss? We ask ourselves. There it is. Just wander up here. See, they just vanish in front of your eyes. How long have we got? Just under a minute. Okay, so it's enough time for me to head back to town, get rid of this stuff. Because the world boss takes a wee bit of time to get down anyway, so might as well empty all this stuff up. Empty my stash. Crown of Lucian, no. Attack speed. Maybe have a look at that. Cooldown reduction, no. And there's nothing here to really write home about. Get these all cleaned up. And back to the world boss. Ready for lots of loot. I never noticed, was it Asmodan? Wandering there, okay. Bathe me in the light. O'clock, so it's after this I think I will log off. It's almost lunchtime. But my nearest and dearest hasn't arrived home yet, and she said she would be either cooking lunch or bringing something home, one of the two. So maybe I just kill a few more Asmodans till she comes home. There he is. Well, there's a few nightmare dungeons dropped. More than I expected there to be. Maybe one of these has got the Mythic Prankster. I've had 3 this season so far. Alright, let's just Don't need that in here. Don't need this in here. Keep these. Artillery, equipment, materials. There's a lot dropping here. Definitely don't need these. Materials, topaz, artillery, opals. Is there and there's still more. Heavens almighty, there's a hell of a lot, isn't there? Put the compass up here. And the attribute of refinement. So that bunch I really don't need at all. So I'll go back then, come back and get these. I've only run a few Infernal Hordes this season because the opals that they give is just terrible. Where are we? Right, gold, materials. Okay, none of them were worthwhile keeping. Four tributes of ascendance. Okay, good night, Oreo, good night. So sleep well and thank you. I'll be here for a wee while longer. I'll just pick these up and junk them. Tributes of refinement are really not worthwhile running. Right, so this is what I need to do, and none of these were worthwhile keeping. Keys. I sell them because I don't want to throw them on the ground. But look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 of these damn things. I think I do need to just throw some of these on the ground because you can't do anything else with them.
Right, all right.
Oh, I can sell them.
Much thanks, friend.
I didn't realize I could sell them. Now I do. Okay, don't need these. All items. 22 minutes. What I can do, I have a plethora of armory. So apart from that one, all the rest are treasure breaches. Now this doesn't give me tremendous XP per hour, but what it does give you is a reasonable number of legendaries. Ancestrals, I should say. So we just run through these. See, there's one already, and it gives us a rune. Doesn't take us long to run them. There's another. We're not really after anything in particular here. They are random drops, but they do give you ancestrals. Gloves. A ring. And when I said this build is really designed for farming, this is you just run. You don't really need to stop to pick anything up because they do go into your inventory. And I don't want to do anything else. Okay, I don't need to do that. It doesn't give me great XP per hour. What it does give you is the ancestrals. Some dungeons are... Okay, what I can do is just my consecration so I don't get hung up on some bosses. And there's the boss there. So, see, didn't take long. And boom. Then what we can do is go from one to another, to another. And I'm not going to pick anything up here, just press my condemn. When it becomes available. I could actually put the condemn on, I suppose, a numlock, but it's just as easy to press the button. And this is why this build is just so good at farming. Farms all the content. I think that's. Should we go? Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh, the couple of. Well. That's unexpected, but happy. Okay, that's where the treasure room is, right here. Not bad. Oh, right, Greed Shrine. See if there's any additional goblins appear. There's one. And of course I have to go all the way back for it. 2 runes. Bag of shiny stuff. Up we go. Couple of goblins, and better than out. Excuse me. A little tickle just started in my throat. Kaboom. So simple. If you want a farming build, this is it. Kills everything. Just doesn't even think about it. Gold. Gold is quite easy to get this season. Door is open. What do we need to do? Slay the captains. Open the boxes. Ah, both captains are right there. Bit of distilled fear. Ah, we don't need artillery. Destroy the piles. 1. Two. Ooh. We're not really looking for these boxes yet. Takes us back into the... Oh, there's a box. And 3. Hidden armory. Okay, that looks as though there's a hidden one of the heraldic strong rooms in here, but I'm not gonna run it. Right, slay the gatekeepers. One more to do. Have to find where the heck it is. Okay, well there's the gate. But this is what I mean by farming. Farming T4 content has never been easier. If you just want a farming build, this is the build for you. Easy peasy. Running through fields of destruction. I don't need to do any of them. Let's wander through here. I use the condemn just for the unhindered. That's it. Down we go. Okay, this is a kill all. So we have to just make sure we do kill all. Open the doors. A little bit of unhindered, making sure. I mean, you don't really need to use them unhindered. I just find it just is easier sometimes just to clear some of these dog end packs. Easy. Open the door. Still can't walk through doors. Boom. He walks in like this. Easy peasy. So how did I get here? Relatively simple actually. It's a simple tree. Advanced, nothing in here. On guard, riposte. I put 1 point into here because I couldn't figure out where the hell to put it. Fanaticism up into Rite of Vengeance. Defiance into Rite of Prayer. Holy Light into Rite of Judgment. Conviction for the attack speed. Best defense and fortitude maxed out. Crack in the armor maxed. Something's killing me. Condemn for the unhindered into the flock. Iron sharpens iron. Break the line. Heavyweight. Shining armor. Giant slayer. I had into sacred arms, but I took it out because I'm using a one-handed shield and I don't need that chance to ignore damage. I put it into master craftwork, and I'm running coat of arms. So the bonus right now, 115%. For the paragon, I am running law in the starter board because it gives us strength bonuses and judgment with a strength. Then I'm running the castle board, so right now that's big. And challenger, increasing damage to elites, and the key is here 100% to normal nodes, so all the normal nodes get that extra bonus. The challenger board with spirits because this board has got the most willpower, or one of the boards that's got the most willpower, and it gives me crit strike. And the two boards that might cause a little bit of an issue with people, I've got beacon with exploit to give me damage to vulnerable, and this board has got the most intelligence, and then preacher with control for the damage to crowd control. And in this board you got lots and lots of attack speed, which you need for this preacher node, because the preacher node does scale with attack speed. What was supposed to be killing me there? No idea. And as you see on my actual skill bar, I've got the auras and condemn. The condemn is there for the unhindered, to help me wander through these packs. That's it. It's a relatively simple build, but it clears every single thing that you need it to clear in T4 content. So would continue doing the hidden armories, because I've got a ton of them, and they do drop GA items, and that's why the hidden armory, because the hidden armory does drop you GA items. I think it's more for your early builds that you should be running these, not later builds, because even though they do, oh, there's a greed, that means that we should get some goblins. You see this little goblin thing? There was a goblin. Oh, there's another. A rune. Oh, there's a couple of runes. I don't need these tributes. I got too many of them in the first place, so. Oh, come here, come here. Got him. So that was what? 3 shiny things? 3 or 4 goblins? Nice. Two-handed sword, don't need. Destroy the Silken Spires. That's another one. Then we go to this side. That's layer right in there. I think it's the, yeah, there we are. Just kind of clear this bunch out. Two-handed, don't need two-handeds. And we'll come in to say hello to Surat. Bye-bye. Right, so I've got another 3 minutes, or I can do another hidden armory, and then I need to run some Forgotten Wisdom. Because I do still want to maximize my XP, even though this doesn't give you a huge XP per hour, you still want to maximize it as much as possible. Let's do the Howling Mars. So the farming here is just dead simple. Gloves, only a 1 GA. There's the other one. Door is open. And we are at 100%, 200% I think. 100% attack speed. Crit is a bit low. Block chance is 100. And the movement speed is at 200, so I can't actually physically move any faster. What do we do? Travel to the festering cavern. Okay, now down here. Sounds like my nearest and dearest has just arrived home. So I will be finishing up here and then taking some lunch. So that'll be a good time for me to say bye-bye. Take a look at the ring. And there we are. As easy as that. And there, my friends, I shall call it for my lunch. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate everything, and we will see you anon. And it is time to go.